Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are doing another light novel review. Now, today we are going to be reviewing Kuma 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 Bear, and before we do that, I do want to thank everyone so much for subscribing to my channel. We just reached 500 subscribers a few days ago, and I can't believe it. I actually had no idea that I would ever manage to make it to 500 subscribers. I didn't think it was going to be something that I even kept up for that long, or that people subscribe to my channel. I didn't think it was going to be meaningful enough for anyone, and I really appreciate everyone that has. I can't thank you guys enough. It's so amazing and so cool and interesting to see that people are interested in my opinion, at least based on one video, and then they click subscribe, and I really appreciate it. So thank you everyone that subscribes and everyone that watches my videos. I can't thank you enough. Sadly, I'm not really in the position to do a giveaway, not because I don't have the money to do so, but rather because I don't have the time and space and kind of preparation to do it. So I'm going to put it off for now. But once we get to 1,000, I'll definitely do a giveaway for that. I'll have enough time and space, and I'll probably be in a different living situation by then. So yeah. But yeah, we're not going to do any kind of celebratory kind of thing because I don't have the time and space to do it in. But eventually I do want to do some giveaways and some kind of commemorative interaction stuff. So we'll do that eventually, but not yet. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough. So today we're reviewing Kuma 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 Bear, like I said earlier, and this is written by Kuma Nano and illustrated by 029, who I think is called Oniki actually, not 029, but they are the illustrator for Devil's a Part-Timer. So that's really cool. I really enjoy that art style, and I really like that they drew it for this. So it's published by 7 Seas, although technically this is now an airship title now that they have their specific light novel imprint. But yeah, demographic wise, the anime, or the manga actually, sorry, not the anime, is a seinen, so that's what we're going to define this. But the demographic for light novels is really not defined by that. This is just exclusively called male demographic, so there you go. But the manga is seinen, so that's what we'll say this is. And the genres here are comedy and isekai. This is definitely an isekai in the transported to another world and stuck there kind of way. And there's also elements of game lit or lit RPG, depending on how how you define the two genres, and how hardcore of a game it has to be before it's considered lit RPG. So yeah, adaptations wise, this has an anime and a manga, and I think the anime finished airing earlier this year, and the manga has started but isn't finished yet, so there you go. Premise wise, this is basically an antisocial gamer girl gets isekai'd by a god that is obsessed with bears and bear merchandise, which is kind of funny. I know someone that's really obsessed with elephants, so I don't find it that weird. I just think it's funny that this kind of situation happened. And now she has to set out on an adventure to find a place to live in this new world with her overpowered footy pajamas that are bear themed. And it's friggin' funny. I love it. It's so enjoyable. And yeah, so let's jump into the review here. Now, the plot line is good. There's lots of battles, and there's a simple kind of isekai world building that we expect from every isekai. You know, character introduction, character gets isekai'd either by death or by some other unknown situation. Some god intervenes, and it's like, hey, here's some powers, have at it. And then, you know, the main character spends most of the first volume finding a new partner, finding a place to live, and figuring out how this world works. And that's basically what we have here with Kuma Kuma Bear. And I don't know why, it just felt so relaxing. Usually I don't find it boring, but I don't love first volumes of isekai manga because it's always the same things. But something about the way it's written and the kind of ridiculous, slight, low-key humor that just made me really love this and really enjoy it and really feel comfortable with the story. It was just a really relaxing read. Which is interesting because there's a lot of kind of somewhat gory descriptions of scenes and kind of a lot of action in this story. the main character Yuna is literally just like destroying monsters 24/7. So it's kind of odd that she's like killing monsters like crazy, and I still find it really relaxing. But I guess it's just because of the way it's written or the way it's translated, and it's just really enjoyable. But yeah, simple, easy to understand isekai story. Nothing complex, nothing crazy. The compelling aspect is that the main character wears a footy costume, and like a footy pajama bear costume, and all of her powers are bear based. So if she wants to have really strong magic, she has to say bear or in some way activate the fact that it's a bear doing the magic before she can actually get the power. So she does an air cutter and it's like weak, and then she does a bear air cutter and it's like super strong, and it's funny and it's enjoyable. It has a very kind of low key, like ridiculous humor, but like the character is really straight laced and really kind of like not funny. So it's a very interesting balance between like the character herself being like the straight man in her own comedy act, with the author's voice being like the crazy guy in the comedy duo. It's really fun. I really enjoyed it. Characters wise, there's really just 2 characters, and then there's a lot of like secondary characters that really don't add much but are kind of necessary in order to have a story happen. So I really like both of them. They're super cute and just really sweet and gentle in general, and I just like, oh, they're so cute, right? So Yuna is our main character, this girl right here. And she's a really apathetic but generally nice person. She's a neat in every sense of the word. She has a lot of money, but only because she essentially gamed the system and did stock trading. Well, I guess technically it's not gaming the system if it's like legal, but I don't know. She got a bunch of money out of it, and she was living life just to eat and play video games, which I totally understand. But for me, it would be eat and read. And yeah, she just doesn't care, and she just takes it easy, and that's her thing, right? So I like her. She's also not very kind of like cutesy in the way that a lot of like Japanese girls are in like anime and stuff. She doesn't really go on that kind of like classical Japanese girl kind of hime character type of thing, but she doesn't really hit delinquent archetype just yet. She's somewhere in the middle, and I really enjoy it because she's kind of rough around the edges, but she's also still kind of like really gentle and cute and stuff. So I like it. I like how she's characterized. Then we also have Fina, who is the kind of really cute little character. Like she's like a 10-year-old girl, and Yuna is like, oh, this kid is adorable. I'm gonna like take care of her. And Fina happens to be poor, and she has kind of like problems. Her mom is sick, and she has a little sister. There's a whole bunch of like things that just make you want to like protect Fina and just be like, oh, sweet child, it's fine. Everything's gonna be okay, which is really funny because that's exactly what happens. Like that's exactly how Yuna reacts. And although she plays it off as like being cool and just being like, yeah, I just don't need money and I'll just give it to you, it's fine. It's basically just like, oh, she's so cute, I need to take care of her kind of thing. And I like it. And Fina is enjoyable because she's basically the lore dump character. And she's also kind of like the younger sister type. It provides Yuna with a very humanizing edge. And I really like that. It's very enjoyable. And there's a few other side characters. There's Mr. Gens, who is the butcher of the guild. There's the guild lady, which I think is called Helen. There's the witch character who accompanies Yuna on a mission. There's the guild members that are all just kind of like assholes. And then there's the girl that sits at the bar where, or at the bar in the inn that Yuna stays at for a while. And overall, none of the characters are bad, but they don't really mean much in the larger scale of the story so far because they haven't really had time to do anything. So that's it for that. I enjoyed it. It was good. I like the characters. World building wise, pretty good. I enjoyed the ridiculous obsession with bears. I thought it was really funny. It's a really enjoyable kind of like, just like low-key humor that isn't really that amazing, but that is has like a tone of funniness throughout the whole thing without ever actually being like, hey, here's a joke, laugh at it, you know, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. And I like the game mechanics that happen because they're pretty friendly towards beginners. They, well, not really. They don't really bother explaining them that much, but they aren't very complex either. It's just kind of really general video game-esque type of stuff. And yeah, it's a generic video game world, so there's really nothing that crazy, but it's still enjoyable. Art-wise, it's great. It's super cute and very pretty. I really like it. The character sheets specifically are pretty nice. I really like this. This is Yuna and that's Fina, and yeah, it's really cute. I wish there was more color pages, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. We also have illustrations like this, and we have a lot of this type of stuff, which is like when you get all of her stats, right? And yeah, that's basically it for the art. There's really not much to say beyond the fact that it's pretty enjoyable and I like it quite a bit. However, I wish I could find more pieces of art to show you. Let me see if I can find it this way. Yeah, there you go. That's a really cute one. It's just so funny and really enjoyable. And fan service wise, there's none. I don't think there ever will be. This doesn't seem the type of series that would contain a lot of fan service. We might get a few jokes here and there if Yuna ever meets an older female character that happens to be really friendly with her and they have like a bath scene like they do in every light novel. I don't really think that's going to happen, but it's always a possibility that stuff like that happens in these types of books. So, you know, there isn't anything yet in that type of term, but you never know with light novels. That's it, really. So, yeah, rating-wise is a 4 out of 5. It is super enjoyable, mostly because I just liked it. Like, it was comfortable, it was enjoyable, in the same way that something like I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level was. However, I wasn't ever in a very kind of like concerned or stressed out mood during this month. So it's not like it affected me as strongly as that one. But overall, it's a super solid story. It's mostly a 4 out of 5 in terms of comfort and enjoyment, not necessarily in technical writing skills. It's not really not that crazy good, but it is enjoyable. So yeah, I definitely recommend this title, and I think that titles similar to it are obviously Been Killing Slimes 300 Years, Maxed Out My Level, and Bullfurry, which I'm going to review next video. I was going to say tomorrow, but I don't necessarily know if that's going to be the case. So yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for subscribing and helping me reach 500 subscribers. I never thought it was going to happen, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much once again. See you guys later.